even though the semiconductor space has been on fire in recent months, not every chip maker has participated in the most recent portion of the rally. Take Skyworks Solutions, SWKS. You know we've loved this one forever. It makes chips for all sorts of devices. It's cars, it's GPS, broadband, wireless, networking, Internet of Things, industrial, military, medical, and most important, smartphones, especially the iPhone. Although lately they've been trying to broaden their client base beyond their largest customer, Apple. I salute them for that because they're supplying to some major manufacturers in China and also to Google. At the end of July, Skyworks reported very strong quarters, a classic top and bottom line beat, and raised guidance and bullish commentary from management. They've seen some real strength from mobile and the Internet of Things. While the stock is up 38% for the year, pretty fabulous. Now, most of the move did happen in January and March. So for the past 3 months, even after that remarkable quarter in late July, the stock's done next to nothing. And it got hit with a nasty 3.75% pullback today, part of the broader sell-off in tech, especially as the Apple suppliers, which is difficult to talk about. We'll go into that in a second. So this is the weakness that maybe is the buying opportunity, gets the stock back into gear, especially with the next quarter coming on November 6th. Let's take a closer look with Liam Griffin. He's the CEO of Skyworks Solutions. Hear more about how his company's doing, where it is headed. Mr. Griffin, welcome back to Mad Money. Good to see you, Liam. Have a seat. Thank you.
Good to see you guys.
Now, we all kind of know the rules. You know, the large customer doesn't like to be talked about, and I got to tell you, I play by those rules because I've been in this game for a long time. But is the cell phone market, the large cell phone market, as healthy as it's been, or is there anything going on that makes you worry that perhaps there's saturation or that all the companies are seeing maybe a pause?
You know, I think the cell phone market is incredibly healthy, and it's really about the data, this mobile internet economy that we spoke of in the past. It's incredible. It's what we do in work, how we play, how we educate, how we interact socially. That's not changing.
Right.
And the other key point, you talked about valuation a bit here at the open. If you look at the top 5 companies in the S&P 500 today, it's Apple, Amazon, Alphabet, Facebook, and Microsoft.
Right.
All mobile companies, all mobile-centric companies. PayPal just announced today.
What a quarter.
Blew their numbers away.
And that's mobile-centric.
Mobile growth. So that's really the catalyst behind what we do. And that forces companies like Skyworks to develop more creative engines to make that mobility happen.
Okay, well, what I want from my cell phone is I don't want buffer. I want instant. I want to make it so that the screen's better than my TV. I press it and boom, and whether it be Netflix, whether it be sports that I watch, that would be, to me, 5G. Yep. What does Skyworks do to make it so that that's what I want, I get it instantly?
No, that's a great point. So if you look at the network today, it's a 4G network. Right. It runs on spectrum from 700 meg to about 2.5 gig. And when that was planned, it looked to be good enough.
Sure.
We never anticipated what mobile was going to do for this world, for this economy. So what's happened, by virtue of all of this excitement and this data and the commerce that's being transmitted, we've created a very, very crowded network.
Right.
Spectrum today we're really in a digital traffic jam.
Right.
So 5G is going to solve this.
How?
It's going to be a brand new network. It's not an incremental upgrade. We're going to open up lanes of space from 3 gig to 6 gig, more spectrum to deliver products on.
And that's available?
Yes, it's available, but it hasn't yet been used.
Okay.
So what's going to happen now is we're going to have to build out this technology in hardware, and switching, and filters, and Sky One solutions that we bring, and DRX solutions to receive the signal.
Are these all your solutions?
Absolutely.
And it'll be in your chipset?
It will be in our chipset, but the best part of it is it hasn't happened yet.
Yes.
It hasn't happened yet. So if you look at the 5 billion mobile subscribers that are walking around this earth today, and 2 billion without a phone, talked about that before, that's still an opportunity. The 5 billion 3G and 4G users will upgrade to 5G.
Absolutely.
New frequencies, new filtering, new technology for us. So all of that is forward-looking.
All right, now we're always concerned that there's a slowdown in China. I don't know why. They grew 6.8% in GDP. I would kill for that. But, you know, people always saying, look out, China. You deal with some huge Chinese customers. How's business?
Business in China is good. It's very good. And I think within China, there's a lot of volatility among the players.
Yeah, it seems like there's this, is it just not a lot of brand loyalty? What is that?
Well, you know what it is? The market is maturing, and you're starting to see the winners take more share. Okay. Names like Huawei, they're putting fantastic technology into their devices. Names like Oppo and Vivo that are coming up now as well. The lower end of China is more commoditized. Okay. There's an appetite for it. And again, in China, the average subscriber in China uses their smartphone for everything. They're not going home to a 4K TV or DSL or cable. Smartphone and mobile technology is the way they interact.
Now, that would mean to me, and this is not necessarily your bailiwick, but what you're saying is that a Netflix subscriber in Korea will be watching on a 5G phone that you built the key part.
Yes, exactly.
Really?
Exactly. Yes.
That's what they do.
That's right.
Okay, so give me a sense of about where your company is right now in terms of the cash and no debt. You are just, I remember the old Skyworks, I was always worried. You remember the old when it was connected. Now, you are huge cash position now. What are you going to do?
That's right. No, I appreciate that. We've come a long way, and I know that you've been a fan when we were $5 stock, and we haven't done as well in the last few quarters, but we're over 100, so we're happy with that in our quiet period. But I can give you a few stats.
Okay.
I can give you a few stats. So if you look at our business, we are a top-line grower in semis.
Absolutely.
We're close to a $20 billion market cap company, and we're still putting up double-digit top-line growth. If you look at our numbers from FY13 to the close of 17, we'll close our quarter here, announce that in a week or so. We'll have more than double the revenues, and on a clip now of roughly $4 billion. But the best part of it is the profitability levels. Our operating income margin, OI margin, is just about 40%, a touch under 40%. And even more important, we're a manufacturer. We spend money on CapEx. We have our own sites. But our free cash flow margin today is above 30, and it's sustainably above 30.
Yeah, no, I think people should know that you have lots of plants in America. I mean, there was some USA Today piece that made it sound like you were a Chinese company. But the fact is you built a lot of stuff here,
We build in Boston, Massachusetts, and in basically suburban LA with our semiconductors. Also in China, also in Mexico, also in Singapore. And we do it because we want to get the technology right. We have really smart artisans that craft our semiconductors. They happen to be in the U.S. We have folks in Mexicali that can integrate our engines. We go to Japan for the highest grade filtering technology, and we bring all that together for our customers.
Well, again, you're in quiet period, so it's great that you're here. I know this is not a time we talk about direct numbers, and I know people have to understand that a large customer says, look, listen, if you want to stay a large supplier, we really can't speak about it. So I appreciate your candor, but I care if the long-term health of big phones is good. It's good for all your customers.
Absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely.
That's what matters. That's Liam Griffin, President and CEO of Skyworks Solutions, the most fired up I've heard him, SWKS. Thank you so much.
All right, Jim, thanks a lot.
Appreciate it. Booyah! Jim Cramer here from Mad Money. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube. Click here to subscribe and get the jump on my exclusives with CEOs, plus market news, investing advice, and a whole lot more.